In Chapter 6 of your Jenney First Latin book, we are discussing second declension neuter nouns. So I have a chart with your endings. Let's see if I can get them all up there. Kind of getting dizzy myself. Okay. In nominative, the ending is genitive e, dative o, accusative allative o. The neuter plural a, genitive plural orem, dative is, accusative a, ablative is. One thing you need to know about neuter, the nominative and accusative endings are always the same. So as you notice, the is the same in the accusative The a for the plural is the same in the accusative plural a. You know that in the vocative, in the masculine, it changed. And neuter, it is the same. So if you're addressing something neuter, which you usually shouldn't, but if you are, you would be addressing it You would say Okay. So that is those are the endings that I would need in a chart from you. So I hope you wrote it down. I'm completely covering my face and try to censor it. Yeah, there we go. E, O, O. A, is, A, is. On the bottom, it is not there. It's something in addition that is in your book. You just need to know that place to which takes accusative, place from which takes the ablative case. There are more things you need to know, but go ahead and write that down in your notebook. Place to, accusative, place from, ablative. Okay, more information about place to which. So if it comes with the preposition, it would come with odd, meaning to, in, meaning into or onto, or sub, which I assume means up or to. It would be the ablative of place to which. So an example they give is Agricola filium and William Rocat. The farmer calls his son into the farmhouse. The ablative of place from which, in your book it's 27, the other page was page 26. The ablative is used with the prepositions which means away from, de, down from, and ex, out of. They all take place from which. Okay. I'm not seeing it in the lesson, but in your vocabulary further on, it has in. In with accusative means into or against, but it can also go with an ablative and means on or in. So into is accusative, in is ablative, and you'll have to know the difference between those two. The word study says originally case endings alone were sufficient to show syntax, but because the accusative and ablative were used in so many ways, they had to add certain adverbs to show the relationship, to make the sentence more clear and precise. It also has prefixes. Sometimes these same adverbs were attached to verbs and became prefixes. For example, instead of just woko, it is awoko, to call from, or to call away in this case. We also do that in English. We use prefixes to words we already have. Like instead of like deport, we deport someone, carry from, take away. That right there is a derivative in Latin. Let's go over your vocabulary on page 27 since we have some time. Let's see if we can. I will do some or just one of the derivatives, and you can write down more of what you can come up with. Bellum, belly. One such derivative would be bellicose. Chylum. I'm just going to let you come up with a derivative, see what you come up with. I have a good one, but I want to see if you come up with it. Donum, doni. One derivative might be donation, but there's lots of them. Fermentum, fermenti. Okay, let's see what you come up with. Opidum, opidi. Sometimes you don't have a derivative, so if you don't come up with one, that's okay. Sometimes you do. So sometimes I'm going to give you one, and sometimes I won't. And sometimes I give you a one because there are many, and sometimes I don't give you one because there isn't one. You're just going to have to figure it out. Curriculum, curriculi, danger, risk. What do you think? Regnum, regni, royal power, kingdom. Now, something that happened a lot in words that came from Latin, they came from Latin, but then they came through French, so they changed. So one derivative is reign, R-E-I-G-N. So it doesn't look directly like regnum, but it is a derivative of Latin, but it came through French, so it changed. Verbum, whereby. One derivative is verbose. And you can come up with all sorts of derivatives with the prepositions. So I say have at. See what you come up with. One that just popped in my head that I like is submarine from soup. See what you come up with. Okay. Let's look at the story. The story is fine, so when you get to this, you just call and read it to me. The exercises are fine, so you can do them. Well, change number 3 on the translate to make it more appropriate, and that should be fine. Yeah. So I realize that this is shorter, but you are not needing as much help. But if you have any questions, you can call me and just ask whatever you need. Okay, that concludes chapter 6. Write out the notes with the endings. Learn the vocabulary, write down any derivatives that you see, and do your exercises. And I will talk to you later. Well,